Good morning, Cedar Park, and welcome to the Wolfcast. Today is Thursday, March 28th, and it's a B-Day.
This morning, learn what you can do to avoid den tension in the cafeteria.
And find out about all the new prom policies this year.
Plus, in today's brief, find out about a legendary Twitch streamer diagnosed with cancer.
Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now.
Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Kira Cox. I'm joined this morning by Lulu Lynch and Kason Johnson in for Reed Cummins.
We want to start this morning off with an announcement about a special den happening Tuesday, April 2nd.
Next Tuesday, stop by the lecture hall to learn all about career preparation. This is a one-period elective that focuses on teaching students employable skills and personal development.
This class requires logged work hours, and in return, students get 3 high school credits. This class can grant students up to 2 off-period classes that go towards working and getting money to put into your bank.
If you're interested or want to learn more, make sure to portal to Career Prep Interest, hosted by Mrs. Martinez on April 2nd.
Prom is around the corner, happening next Saturday, April 6th at the Bob Bullock Museum. Tickets are on sale now until Sunday at midnight on the CPHS web store. Before students can buy their tickets, they must make sure they don't owe any fall hours and complete the digital contract. Students can swing by the attendance office to see if they owe hours. If they do, they can grab a green sheet to fill out for makeup hours. Ways to make up hours can include doing campus activities like tutoring, Saturday school, or helping teachers with various needs.
So for seniors and juniors, I know this is an exciting year. The spring is exciting for everybody. With 10 weeks of school left, we have a lot of events coming up. We have prom coming up, and so as a condition of going to prom.
Juniors and seniors looking for any details on prom can check their Class of Google Classroom.
Den tension is becoming a new reality for students at school. Admin are responding to the growing number of students roaming the halls during den or even skipping. Admin says the new den policies are meant to benefit the CPHS community by keeping den around. With these recent rules, students are not allowed to leave their den unless it's for a medical reason. Students not in their den by the time the bell rings are detained and taken to the cafeteria by an assistant principal. Admin hopes the new policy is only temporary.
Our plan is not to make it a forever thing, but we are going to keep it in place until we're confident that kids and teachers understand that everyone needs to be in den.
Don't forget to portal by 9:15 and arrive at your scheduled den by 9:50 to avoid getting caught up in den tension.
Coming up, today's headlines to Charles Corson right after these announcements.
Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Charles Corson here with this morning's brief. First, Joe Lieberman, former vice presidential candidate, dies at 82. The former U.S. Senator and vice presidential candidate died because of complications from a fall, according to a family statement. Lieberman was the first Jewish person to join a major party U.S. presidential ticket in 2000 when Al Gore selected him as his running mate. As a senator, Joe also backed several progressive policies, most notably helping end a policy which barred LGBTQ people from openly serving in the military. Next, Governor Abbott is issuing an executive order to fight anti-Semitism on college campuses. The governor issued the executive order to fight increased acts of anti-Semitism on Texas college campuses. This order requires that all higher education institutions in Texas review their free speech policies and establish appropriate punishments for anti-Semitic rhetoric. Additionally, colleges must define anti-Semitism in their policies. Finally, Ninja's Twitch biggest gamer is sharing their cancer diagnosis. Posting on X, the 32-year-old Fortnite gamer said a mole removed from his foot was found to be cancerous. The mole came back as melanoma, a form of skin cancer caused by ultraviolet light from the sun. Though the streamer is shocked, he says he was grateful to have found the cancer early. So do y'all wear sunscreen?
I do, yes, but I feel like everyone at some point has like gone into the sun or like gone to the beach and was like, I don't need sunscreen,
Yeah.
and then like you come back and you're like completely burnt.
Yeah.
I always, like, over the summer would use my pool. I never used sunscreen. I was just like,
Really?
I didn't get through much sun.
Well,
I
Yeah.
feel like someone here has a story to tell.
I don't burn, or I don't.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
I don't tan. I burn, and I was taking pictures at a lacrosse game, and I just got so burned, like
Yeah.
all the way down my arm, like last weekend.
Yeah.
And it's just like you forget sometimes.
Yeah, because it's kind of forgettable. If
Yeah,
you're,
like,
like
it's
in
like-
the moment, you're just soaking up the sun.
Especially when it doesn't look like it's gonna be like bright enough to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just it
Yeah.
just slips
Please
your mind.
always wear your
sometimes.
sunscreen, especially I've heard it's really important behind your calves because like your calves get burned more than you
Really?
think.
Really.
You know that.
I know, and that's like
Yeah.
a lot of melanoma is like apparently like more common like on the back of your calves. So wear your sunscreen on your calves. It's very important. Thanks, Charles. Now let's throw it over to Maddie Cooper with this morning's T-Wolf Spotlight.
Good morning, Cedar Park, and welcome back. Here with me today is Anson Shawless, who has just won the All-Star Cast Award for his recent role of Henry in the theater's UIL one-act play, Frankenstein. Anson, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you so much for coming. So I wanted to ask you a little about your role in Frankenstein. I've never heard about Henry. So who is Henry in the show Frankenstein?
So, Henry Frankenstein is, well, his last name's not Frankenstein, but Henry is Frankenstein's best friend in the show. So he's the one that takes him back after he leaves and kind of like nurtures him back to health.
And so that Frankenstein is definitely a heavy show, and what I've heard from the last show you were in is Elf, correct? And so
Yep.
yeah, so how is that different, you know, between the two, acting wise and just emotionally?
Well, I didn't have a very big role in Elf, but acting-wise, it's very different. It's just a very different mindset that you have to be in when acting from a show like Elf and then a show like Frankenstein. You have to think a lot differently while you're acting, and it's a lot more intentional, the choices that you make in a show like Frankenstein compared to Elf.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what normally is going through your mind, like, as you're doing your part, you know, for Frankenstein? Like,
During the show, we rehearse it so much that during the show, I'm very much in the character, so I'm more thinking about what he is doing and not just going through the motions of the show.
okay, and so moving on from Frankenstein, you got the All-Star Cast Award.
Yes.
And so did you ever expect to get this award? Or?
No, I was not I was very shocked to get it, especially as a sophomore. When they called my name, I was like, there's another Anson? Like, you got it. And then I just like stood up, I didn't move, and then everybody had to tell me to go on stage. I was not expecting it.
And this is your first play with Cedar Park, correct?
Yeah, it's my first one yeah, I think it's my first one that I've been acting in, not counting Elf.
And so did you ever think that you would be able to get this award even though it's your first show, or did you feel prepared?
Well, I felt very prepared. I worked very hard on this show, but I wasn't really expecting to get it. I thought that I had a big enough role to where maybe I could have got it, but I wasn't expecting it at all.
All right, that's awesome. So is there anything else you'd like to add?
I'm very excited for next year's UIL. I think that we can advance again, hopefully, and have another really good show.
All right, thank you so much, Anson, for coming, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Truly incredible. So that's all I have for you today with CPHS News. I'm Maddie Cooper. Now let's hand it over to Neha Khan with your Hiring Now.
Hello, Cedar Park, and happy Thursday. I'm Nehal Khan, and here's who's hiring now. First, Catcher is hiring party coordinators. The Indoor Entertainment Center is looking for applicants who love working with children to host birthday parties. Party coordinators are responsible to ensure that all the kids are in a fun and safe environment. Along with this, party coordinators will be responsible for handling the cashier register and selling merchandise. Among the benefits, workers can get flexible work hours and food will be provided. You must be at least 16 years old to apply. The salary is $11 an hour. Next, Trudy's Hallmark is hiring retail sales leaders. The Card and Gift Store is looking for applicants who are able to share knowledge about the products with customers and provide an inviting shopping experience. Applicants need to have strong communication skills and are able to work effectively with others. Workers can get employee discount. You must be at least 18 years old to apply, and the salary is $10 to $14 an hour. Finally, Jim's is hiring servers. The restaurant at Spicewood and Research is looking for workers who are able to take orders and give menu recommendations to customers. Applicants should have patience and be able to socialize easily with others and must be responsible. Among the benefits, workers can get discounts and flexible schedules. The salary is $10 to $30 an hour, and you must be at least 16 years old to apply. Those are some of the businesses that are hiring now. With CPHS News, I'm Neha Khan. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Neha, and that's all we have for today. Thank you for taking time to join us during your day.
You can catch anything you missed and more on X, YouTube, or TikTok at CPHS News.
Join us Tuesday for band's upcoming UIL concert and a look into Eclipse Day. With CPHS News, I'm Lulu Lynch.
I'm Kason Johnson in for Reed Cummins.
And I'm Kiera Cox. We're to make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Have a thorough Thursday, Cedar Park.